Blessings and namaste. Part 2 of my trucking journey. When I last left off, I was talking about competition. And I would like to elaborate a little bit more on that experience that I'm having in school, or had in school, past tense. Well, the experiences I had were by far amazing. They were amazing. I'd never done nothing like this before. Never been in this experience. Didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what I was going to be capable of, or was I going to be capable of it. I just knew that my path I was drawn to it, and I felt like this was something that I needed to do. Well, I try to go in each and every experience as to treat others the way I wanted to be treated. So I try to greet people and smile and be nice and keep a kind heart. Not everybody is welcoming to that. And I understand the world we live in now, everybody has a little bit more precautionary measures. So I do respect people's boundaries and their limitations towards other people. But I still would like to share love, share kindness, because that's what's in my heart. I'm the type of person, if I don't know something, I'm not intimidated to ask a question or intimidated to look like I don't know or maybe lack of, because in my world, education is the most honorable way of love. To show somebody you care about them is to teach them. And that experience is thought and condition of life. Look at your parents. Your parents taught you everything. Your teachers, they taught you things. And some parents did better than others, and some teachers did better than others. Well, I like to ask a lot of questions. And with that, I noticed that some people felt very comfortable with me asking questions. Some of them gave me an impression that I was asking too much or too many questions. Well, you got to remember, I don't know anything. I have zero experience. So I'm excited. I'm like a kid, discovering a puddle of water for the first time. I want to jump in. And sometimes, you don't want to just do that, especially at the age that I'm at. I'm 50 years old. But the best part about it is I still get excited to do something. And that energy is a high vibration to myself. And I noticed that people wasn't receptive to that. And some people were. So I never really questioned why, because I have an understanding that everybody's different, and some people are not going to feel comfortable with you asking questions because that's something they're not used to. Some people take it as a challenge to their authority, or, maybe they might not have the answer and they don't want to be embarrassed. So I understand that. But I also noticed that amongst the instructors, it wasn't a team effort. It wasn't a solid system. It was listen to this man, or listen to this man, or this man didn't know what this man was talking about. And that's confusion to the student. The student wants a straight path because the student wants to learn. And that's how the student learns, from the system. Spirituality, the system is to rise your vibration, to keep rising upwards, to keep uplifting yourself, not to go to the lateral or, vertical when you feel like it's necessary, but then go lateral again. You want to go straight up, rise your vibration, and understand The rising of your vibration means that there was a below. As you hear the phrase, as above, so below, and so below, as above. So it wasn't a continuation of a system. And as I was receiving this information or receiving this energy, I started recognizing that there was dysfunction between these individuals. Now I'm confused. Remember, I only have a certain amount of time to learn all this. So I don't know who I really want to listen to, because this is my experience. And the only experience I have of this is to go to the school and listen to the teachers with whole heart, to let them be the teacher and I become the student. And it was a very I would not look at it as challenging, because I still came home and did research and taught myself some things also. But it was very misunderstanding to see my fellow brothers going against each other like this. Even though I know this is a condition that the world produces with competition. I want to be better than this person. I want to be better than that person. When no one is better than you. You are just you. No one is lesser than you. No one is above you. And if we look at ourselves deeper inside and work on ourselves, we would never, ever look at someone else and compare ourselves to that person. We would look at that person as a creation of God or creation of the divine. And we would start to understand that they are a blessing and so am I. And you would treat that person with love, because you never know what someone is going through. Your kindness can be just what that person needs for that day. And I tried to, and I did my best to execute that energy. But you never know what a person goes through daily. And I don't know if who's seeing this video, and I don't know what you're going through. But I tell you, we all go through something. And it's not to say that we are less. It's not to say that I'm better than you and you're better than myself. It is to say that we are human and we are here to have this experience. So as I was going through this experience of seeing my brothers compete against one another, I felt that they misunderstood the reason why they were there. They were there to share their love and their experience with every student that comes through that door, to help that individual become the best CDL holder or the best truck driver or a person of service they can be. Because when you're driving a semi, this magnificent piece of creation can do some serious damage to other human beings. We've seen horrific accidents of what can happen with negligence of driving a semi. So this was something I was taking with all the love and respect, because you need to respect those semis. Because look around you. These magnificent pieces of equipment carry 80,000 pounds, and they can travel to 60, 70 miles per hour. And they can take the length of 2 football fields to slow down. This is something I learned. I didn't know this. I didn't know anything about the air brake systems. I learned this with this journey. And as my time is running up for my 10 minutes, I will share this, and then I will go into my next video of a continuation of competition and what it does to the human mind, what I have learned, because I lived in it also. Being in fitness, it can create ego, and we don't want to live like that. But I will talk about it on my next video. Take care. Peace and love to you. Namaste.